This is Maria from Crochet A to Z, and welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please push that subscribe button. If you have, thank you for being here. I want to welcome you and hope you're having a great Friday. I also hope you have a great weekend. And today I want to show you, this is beginner to advanced. Beginners, this is a great way to make an Afghan if you've never made one before. I'm going to show you just how easy it is. And I'm going to go slow so you can follow me. You can write it down. You can make notes. You can grab some yarn and you can crochet along with me. Just want to mention I'm using these yarns are all by Lion Brand. I love me my Lion Brand, but you can use any kind of yarn you want. This is a 4-weight yarn and I used an H hook for this. This particular yarn is from that bag that I did a little thing on, and it's Color Theory yarn, and it comes in these little things, and you'll have yarn left over, but you can make a granny square out of this. So this is your plain granny square, and it is great. This is your granny square variation, and I'm going to show you just how easy this is to make. So come on. Crochet along with me, crochet along with the community, and welcome. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get our yarn, and there's a little knot in my yarn, and I'm going to make a slip knot. After I do that, I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we're going to work on is the middle of this granny square variation. And the nice thing about this particular pattern is you don't have to change colors. So if you're new to it and you're uncomfortable with doing it, don't worry about it. You don't have to do it with this. Could you do it? Absolutely. But why do it? Because honestly, this is just a beautiful pattern with one color of the square. So after you chain 4, you're going to do a slip stitch. Now, some people like to chain 3. I'm not one of those people. I like to chain 1. That chain 1 counts as nothing. Then I make my first double crochet. And I'm going to loosen up my yarn from my yarn bowl because it's just not doing it for me. And now I'm going to make another double crochet. 2 double crochets. And I'm going to make a third double crochet. Now I'm going to chain 1, 2. And we're working on this. So now, after I chain 2, I'm going to make 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to chain 2. Going to go slow. We're working inside here. We're doing everything inside here. So we're working in the middle where we made our chain 4. And that is right in here. So now, after we did that, we're going to do 3 more double crochets. And I want to mention that this little piece here is going to be weaved in to these double crochets. And then you can just cut it or you can leave it, because if you leave it towards the back, it reminds you that that's the back and this is the front of your work. Now you're going to do another double crochet. And now you have 3, 3, and 3. The chain 2. And this is what shows you that you're doing a granny square. but you're doing a granny square variation. Plain granny square variation. So now you're going to do 3 more double crochets, and you're working in this end, and it's staying to the back, and the back end is the wrong side. Now you're going to chain 1, 2, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go right in here, our first double crochet, right smack dab in the middle, and we're going to do a slip stitch. So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1. Now this is where it gets interesting. Above your first double crochet where you chained 1, you're going to do a double crochet. Now in the top of this double crochet, not in here, but in the middle, because I don't want to offset my stitches, because some people do go in here. I don't like going in there because that offsets the stitches. So I go, I'm going to show you, right beneath these two, I go right in there so that I'm not offsetting my stitches. That's where I like to go. I like the look. See it right there? And I do a double crochet. Now I'm going to do another double crochet right above this double crochet. So I'm going to go right in the middle, and I'm going to do a double crochet. Now we're going to go to our corner. So in that corner, we're going to do 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and we're going to chain 1, 2. We're going to go right back in here again, and we're going to do 2 double crochets. Now I'm going to show you where you are on here. You're right. You did this part, and now we're going to do this part. And I want to mention there are 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can make this as big as you want. If you want to make a mini version of this, you can. If you want to make mini version, if you want to go on and on and on and just make one big one of these as a blanket, you can. So now we did 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the corner. Now we're going to go back in here, and we don't want to forget to go in here. But like I said, I like to go in the middle. Some people go in this corner. I don't do that. I like to go right in the middle because I like the look. To me, it looks like it's where it should be. Now I'm going to make another double crochet. And if you see what we're doing here, we're making double crochets above the double crochets right from below. So this is no muss, no fuss crochet. And the reason why I'm saying that, I don't know how else to say it, it's the way I think, is that you're going to go right above the double crochets that you made. So you don't have to count, because all you need to know is in the corner you do 2 and 2 and chain 2, and below you have 3 double crochets. So above you're going to have your 3 double crochets. Now how does this, it adds up because as you do your rows, it gets bigger and bigger because of the ends. So now here, we're going to go right in our corner, and we're going to make 2 double crochets. One, 2. Always chain 2 in the middle of your 2 double crochets in your corner. Shout out to the beginners. Love having you here. And don't be intimidated by anything we do, because we can do it together and get through these techniques. So no worries. So now we did a corner, 2, 2, 2, chain 2. Now we're going to go back in and we're going to do our double crochets right above the double crochets that we did from below. Like I said, I don't like to go here. Yes, you can, but I'd like to go here. I like to go right in the middle because I like the way it looks. It gives it, to me, it's more in line. So now I'm going to do another good double crochet below the double crochet. I'm going to go in that double crochet below and do a double crochet right above it. Now I'm going to do another double crochet from that double crochet below. And the beauty, like I said, of this is you don't have to count. All you have to do is go below and do your corners and you're good to go. Now we got another corner. So what are we going to do? We're going to do 2 double crochets. We're going to chain 2 and 2 double crochets in that same spot. Now what are we going to do here? We're going to do a double crochet in each of these double crochets from below. So we're going to do double crochet here. And the beauty of this also is I want to mention that, and I'm going to just pull this out for a minute because I want this, I think I split my yarn, so I wanted to go back in. The beauty of this is you don't have to count. The beauty of this is you don't have to chain in between these, except for the corners. So you can do this while you're watching TV, in the car waiting for someone. You can do this if you're sitting in bed and you want to crochet. You can do this while watching a great movie. So whatever you're doing, you can do this and you don't have to count. Once you get past this and you've got this in here, then it's easy. So now guess what? We're in another corner. So what are we going to do? We're going to do 2 double crochets. And we're going to chain 1, chain 2. We've got to finish off our corner. And this is where we are. We did this. I can get this too if that makes it easier. We're doing this row. Some colors kind of stand out more than others, so I try to work with colors that you can see. So now we chain 2 and we're going to do 2 more double crochets. So now we did that and we're going to join again. We're going to go into the top of this double crochet and we're going to join. Chain 1 and we're going to do a double crochet right in that same spot again. Now we're going to go into the next one and we're going to do a double crochet. Now we're going to go into the next one below. That's our double crochet. So we know that we have to go in every one of these double crochets. When we get around to this, we're going to finish those off. But we know that we have to go into every one of these, and all we have to do is repeat from below. We've got to make a double crochet. So this is our variation solid granny. So see how we made a double crochet in every spot? See how we know I got out of that because I want to show you. I know I don't have to count. I know that I've got to go in this double crochet. I know that I've got to go in there and make a double crochet. I know that in my corner, I don't have to chain or anything. All I have to do is go in my corner, and I first have to start with 2 double crochets. Now that I know I made my 2 double crochets in the corner, I have to chain 2. The only places that I'm going to chain 2 when I'm doing this is my corners. Then 2 more double crochets in the same spot. And by the way, this is row 1. That was row 2. We're on row 3. These work up so easy. You want to go? You know you want to go in this. You're going to make a double crochet from the double crochet below. So you're going to go in that and make a double crochet. I know that I have to go into each one of these double crochets across. I don't have to count them and say, oh, wait a minute, I'm in the wrong spot. Oh, did I miss one? No, because you know that these double crochets mean that my next row I need to make double crochets right above those. That's where I've got to go next. My next double crochet goes right above the one from below. And we just keep going and we make our double crochets. And the bigger you make this, the more you have in the middle and the more you have on each side, which is the same amount on each side. Double crochet right here. So let me show you. See, I have 2 more double crochets left. Then I know I have to go into these 2 double crochets. And this is why I like to go slow, because I want you to follow me if you want to write it down. Now what am I going to do? I'm in a corner. I'm going to make 2 double crochets. And I know that in between those 2 double crochets, I've got to make chain 1, chain 2. And I can't go here until I finish my other 2 double crochets. This makes a great Afghan baby blanket. You know, whatever you want to make with it. You can make a vest with these. I just want to mention, you don't have to make them as big as this again. You can make it as small as that. You can make it even bigger, a little bigger. You can make this any size you want and then piece together. So I know now that I'm done with my corner, I'm going to go to my double crochets, all of these that are here, and I'm going to make a double crochet right above each and every one of these. And I'm going to make this as big as I want or as little as I want. I did 5 rows. These are 5 rows. And I'll count them so that you know how to count them. So you know what you're looking at. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. And if you turn this around, you can tell this is the wrong side. I want to show you that as well. And you can tell that because you're seeing the intricate parts of those stitches. This is the right side. So I'm going to put them together so you can see. the right side and the wrong side. You see the intricate part of the stitches? This is your right side. So I want to show you that as well. I like to do that because sometimes, yes, you can't tell. Sometimes you're new to this and your eyes, or sometimes, you know, even if you've been doing this a while, you're like, okay, which, you know. So I like to always show little things like that so you can see where you are, you know, right side versus wrong side. Also, the other thing I mentioned is I always when I do granny squares, when I do most of things that have a wrong side and a right side, I let my tails hang back to the back. And I like to just tell this to beginners. It makes it easy because you can tell that's the wrong side. First of all, by the intricacy of your stitches, you can see that that's the right side. But if you're having a hard time, if it's a certain color that's hard to tell sometimes, there's your tail. Okay, so now we're going to continue and we're going to go in to the stitches below and we're going to make a double crochet for the row above. And again, that's how you know where you begin and end and where you have to start your corners. Now we know we're in a corner. And let's pull this down. There's my corners. And see, you can see this is pretty too because it gives you that little stitching that it has an opening to it like a peekaboo kind of. And you can see that right below it. But here's your corners. Beautifully made. You can tell that they're your corners. So you're in a corner now. You're going to do 2 double crochets. You're going to chain 1, 2 more double crochets. I just absolutely love anything granny. I love the different versions. I want to show you this one because it's a different version. It's a different, if you want to make a granny but you want to change it and do a variation, this is the variation solid granny. And granny looks good no matter what you do. You can change colors. You don't have to change. The solid is just as pretty as any other you can make. If you wanted to make one as a gift for someone, and they work up really fast. And I'm going to be doing another variation to this that I actually came across, that I actually made up, and I think it looks really pretty. So I am going to be showing you another variation of this that's not a lot of variation, but enough to give it a different look, and I can't wait to show it to you. And it's really pretty. It's different. It's just, you'll see it and you'll say, oh, isn't that interesting? So now we're in a corner again. 2 double crochets. We chain 2. And what do we got? 2 more double crochets. Now we've got 2 more to do. We've got 2 more double crochets that we have to go into and to do. We can tell that that's all we have to do. We just have to go and do that. And that's why I'm saying you don't have to count. This is like so easy to do, easy breezy to do. And then you just go to the top of this granny, this double crochet. I get so excited when we do stuff like this because it's just, I love showing you stuff that's fun and easy. And we do a slip stitch there. That's a double crochet. And then we chain 1, counts as nothing. And we do a double crochet above that double crochet. And now we're going to do a double crochet in the next double crochet. And then we're going to do another double crochet. And like I said, I don't like the chain 3s. I just don't like the look of it. That's why I do a slip stitch, a chain 1, and then I do my double crochet. I just don't like the look of the chain 3. If you want to do a chain 3 instead, yes, you can. It's just me, I don't care for the look. To me, this is more seamless. You don't see that chain 3 sticking out. So now what we're doing is we're going again into our double crochets from below, and we're making a double crochet. Now I want to mention these work up really fast. So now we've got row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're in a corner, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. I wanted to do this in the middle of another one of these in the middle of my hearts, Valentine Hearts series. So now we've got all these double crochets. So we're going to double crochet above these. Every one of these, we're going to do a double crochet. So as I said, as your square gets bigger, you're going to notice that your double crochets are growing because your squares are getting bigger. So there's more to do. So we're going to go right across. And like I said, I like to go right in the middle of this and make sure I'm in the middle. And I do a double crochet above the double crochet from below. And this is your variation granny. Solid variation granny. And I just go right in the middle. I crochet very tightly. Everybody crochets differently. Don't be worried that, oh dear, I crochet really loose. She crochets. Nope. It doesn't. It's not wrong. It's not right. It's okay. Everybody has a different. Your tension is different. Everybody has a different tension. I also want to note. See how nice they look. So. See how I didn't have to count? I'm not even counting. I'm not saying, oh, wait a minute, I got to count. Did I do too many? And that's another thing I want to mention. So say you forgot, you missed one. Okay, let me just pull this out. Say you missed a double crochet. Just make believe you skipped one. You're going to know. So don't be afraid, because you're going to know if you missed a double crochet from making a double crochet. So don't worry. So now another double crochet. And another double crochet. You're in the corner. You're going to make 2 double crochets. You're going to chain 2 because you're in your corner. You're going to make 2 more double crochets. And where our double crochets all are solid across, we're going to make our double crochets above the double crochets from below. No counting, no worrying. I missed one. If I do, I'll just go back because I just went too fast. beginner to advanced. This is a great, quick one for the beginners that have never crocheted an Afghan. This is it. This is it. Buy the colors you want. If you haven't gotten a stash because you're new, buy the different colors, or buy the smaller skeins of yarn with the different colors. Check for the sales. And like I said, this is like a great beginner Afghan. And it's beautiful. When it's put together, it is beautiful. And right now I'm working on an Afghan for someone, and I'm getting through the final parts of it. I may be actually doing it on here, making one on here to show you all how to make it. It's actually really, I love it. It's a beautiful Afghan. It's the first time I've made this one particular pattern, and I may actually show you how to do it. It's one of the ones that I'm actually thinking of doing a tutorial on, for everybody to do. It's beautiful and it's fun. So again, we left a corner and we're crocheting above the double crochets. And I like to go, like I said, I like to go in the middle because I like them centered so they look like they're centered. I don't like to go off on the side here. I like to go right in the middle. I hope everybody's having a great Friday, and I hope you're going to have a great weekend and a safe one. Crochet is a wonderful place to come when you just want to do something for yourself, or just something fun or relaxing. And that's the whole idea of crochet, is to relax. We don't want you to be nervous or uncomfortable or makes you nervous. I've heard people say that. No. That's not what this is about. This is about enjoyment, making something you love and not being stressed out by it. And the best way to do that is to just be comfortable with it and not worry that you're going to make a mistake. We all make mistakes. Look at how nice it is. Row 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're getting a corner, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 1, 2, 2 more double crochets in the same spot. This is supposed to be happy. There's so much insanity in the world right now, and this is a getaway from it all. And you know what? Whether you're a beginner or or you've been doing this forever, this is something you can teach someone else. Yes, beginners, you can teach someone how to do this that has never crocheted before, would love to, and say, oh, look, I'm doing this. I just learned this pattern. I can show you how to do it if you want to learn it. This is how we spread the love of crochet. So just because you're just a beginner, and there's no such thing as just because you're a beginner does not mean that you can't spread the love of crochet, because once you learn this, you can show someone else how to do it. So now we're in our last double crochet that we have to go to from the row below, and we're making it above, and now we're going to do a slip stitch in this double crochet that we made, and now we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do a double crochet above the double crochet from below, and we're going to do double crochets across. This is row 5. Row 5. And we're going to go just, and this is row 5. And we're doing our double crochets. We know we don't have to count. We're just going to go into the ones from below. Oops, I want to pull that out because I don't like the way that looks. And we're just going to go in here and make our double crochets. And we know where we're going to go because we're just going to go above the ones from below. So beginners to advanced, if you've never done this before, you can show someone how to do this, especially the beginners or the intermediate. Yep, you can show someone how to do this. So like I said, spread the love of crochet. If you know someone that's kind of on the and saying, oh, I'd like to learn, but I'm afraid. So now we're in a corner. We're going to do right in here 2 double crochets, but I'm afraid I don't think I can learn this. Yes, you can. 2 double crochets in the corner, chain 1, chain 2, and this is row 5. Now you can make this as big as you want. I'm going to end at row 5. And again, we're going to go in the middle of these double crochets from below, and we're going to make a double crochet right above. So we know we don't have to count. Oh, I've got to count and see how many I have. No, you don't. You just make it right below, above the double crochet from the below. And as it gets bigger, you're just going to have more double crochets in the middle of the corners, like you were making, no different than the regular granny square. So we're just going to go in here. And I will tell you, I crochet tight. Not stressed, just crochet tight. That's just the way I am. That's just the way I hold my yarn. So everybody does it different. Everybody holds their yarn different. They hold their crochet hook different. Are there correct ways to do it? Yes. Is there, do I say to you, whatever's comfortable for you? Absolutely. If you're going to have the same thing come out, and it's going to be, you're going to make one of these and it's going to come out the same as mine. If you feel comfortable holding the crochet hook a certain way, by all means. Is there a correct and a wrong and a right way? Yeah. But maybe some ways are not as comfortable for you. So do whatever's comfortable for you. In a corner, 2 double crochets. Chain 1, chain 2. 2 more double crochets right in that corner. And we're going to go right around. And now we're going to go above the double crochets that are in the middle of the 2 corners. And we're going to make double crochets. You don't have to chain 1 between them. You don't have to count them. Just go right along. And just put your double crochets in. And that's it. The only place that you have a variation of the way you do the stitches is in your corner. And you're going to know when you're there. So it's not like you're anticipating I have to count. I'm not sure where it goes. You'll know exactly where you are and what you got to do. And, you know, whatever crochet hook is comfortable for you as well. Some are better than others, but you'll find the one that's good for you as well. Just to let you know, I am going to be doing a subscriber only giveaway for Valentine's Day. Some of my favorite things. If you're interested in that giveaway, anytime I post a video, please leave me a comment, and I will be picking from those comments. Actually, I have someone that will be doing the picking for me, along with me. So that's all you have to do. So here's another double crochet. Now we're getting to another corner. So here we go again. We're in our corner. 2 double crochets, chain 2, 1, 2, 2 double crochets. Now we're going back and we're going to do our double crochets above our double crochets from below. And we're almost done with this, by the way. These work up, I mean, it's taking, I go a little slower and I'm talking, and these work up really fast. So you could make a bunch of these and make a nice lapkin, a regular size Afghan, a baby blanket, whatever you wanted to make, and whatever colors you want, whatever type of crochet, whatever type of yarn you want to use. This is, like I said, a 4-weight. This is a softer yarn than this is, but that depends on what you want to use. So and this is not a Lion Brand yarn that I'm using here, and I just can't remember the name of this yarn, but it's not a Red Heart, but it's not the Lion Brand. And if I remember it, I'll look it up when I will make a notation of it on the website, in the information. So I just wanted to use something that was really easy for you to see what I was doing. Now again, we're going to just keep going in these double crochets. Right here. And we're back. We're back in our corner. We're back in our corner. So we do 2 double crochets. Chain 1, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Back in our double crochets from below, we're going to make a double crochet. And we'll go in each double crochet from below and make a double crochet above it. This yarn is quite nice too, but like I said, the Color Theory yarn is very soft, from Lion Brand. But you can use any yarn you want. If you want to use a different crochet hook, that's fine too. Now I'm going into my last double crochet. And I'm going to do a slip stitch here to join, because this is row 5. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. And I'm going to do this. And then you can weave it in. And here is the beautiful granny square. The granny square, solid granny square variation. And it is just beautiful. I just love it. I love, love, love this pattern. And it does flatten out. It's just the way I was holding it. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful pattern. I'm going to do a close-up so you can see it close up. There it is. And I'll do a close-up as this. That's the way it looks. And just so pretty. So this is Maria, and I'm from Crochet A to Z. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of the granny square variation. And I'm going to zip right out there. The granny square variation pattern, solid. The solid granny square variation. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial from Crochet A to Z. I'm Maria. Have a great weekend. And let's keep crocheting. Let's keep getting more comfortable with it if you haven't crocheted before. We can make this together. We can make things together. If you're new to this, I want you to be as comfortable as anyone that's been crocheting forever. This is not something you have to get stressed out about. It's fun and it's nice to do. And what a feeling when you've made stuff and you can give it to someone or to sell or to make it for yourself. So again, this is Maria from Crochet A to Z. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and share the love of crochet. Thanks. Have a great day.